Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be reviewing Meguiar's Ultimate Compound, and we're going to make the bonnet kind of look like this. So for this, what we're going to do is we're going to use it on this very scratched, poorly degraded bonnet of a car that I'm currently doing an exterior clean on. I'll link the video for that in the description. If you want to go and pop along and look at that too, that'd be awesome. If you're new around here, click the subscribe button, please. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and it's exciting times, so join in, why don't you? And for anybody that's come back, thank you very much, it's always appreciated. So right, for this, what we're going to need is obviously the Meguiar's compound itself. We're going to use the DA polisher today. I'm not going to do it by hand. Reason for that is it's just far easier using the DA polisher. That's a pad you can get out of most stores, and I'm going to obviously use a pair of gloves as well. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this out of the way for just now. I'll take the DA pad off in there as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a line of masking tape right down the centre of the bonnet. Now obviously this is masking tape, so I'm not planning on sticking it down to the paint too hard, because obviously I want it to come off again without leaving any sticky marks. It's just to give you a before and what's going to be after. Right, so first thing to do, the DA polisher, is stick the pad on, make sure it goes on centrally to the pad, right in the middle of the white bit, like that. No, they're not paying me for this video. Next thing you want to do is you just want to give the pad a quick squeeze down, just to kind of soften it up a wee bit. So this is a middle grade pad. It's not a really coarse one, you can tell by how easy it is to push down, but it's not a super soft one. The super soft ones are used for final coats, wax coats. Obviously we're doing some polishing today, so we don't need that. So next step is you want to get some of the product, in this case it's obviously the Meguiar's, and just want to almost cover the pad in it. What you're doing here is you're actually preloading the pad with some product so it doesn't ever dry. So basically just getting your fingers and just rubbing it in. You can do this on the car, but it just gets really messy if you do it that way, so I always prefer to do it this way. I don't want to waste any, the stuff's not cheap. Right, so now that we've done that, next thing to do is obviously put some more on it, evenly all the way around, and then we'll just apply it to the car slowly. So this time we're obviously using much smaller amounts. You don't need as much as you'd think to do this. So first things first, what we're going to do is we're just going to apply it to the paint very lightly. Not much pressure being added at all, and that's just to take some of the excess off the pad and apply it to the paint. The reason for that is if you go and crank that up to 5 or 6 straight away, hit the paint, that stuff is going to go everywhere, and we don't want that. So turn it down to number 2, and all we're doing now is we're turning on a really low speed. We're just going to evenly spread it across the paint. Right, so now that it's spread all over, and most of it's now on the panel, what we're going to do is we're going to turn up to number 5, which is second highest. It runs up to 6, but I don't ever like running it on 6. Obviously different DAs will have different toggles at the back, so before you actually attack the panel, do a little bit of prep work, work out how fast each speed is so you know roughly what you're doing before you attack the panel. And then basically what we're going to do is we're going to, now that it's running on high, we're going to go up the panel, down, and just keep going like that all the way up and down, and then we're going to cut across like that, and we're going to do that probably 2, maybe 3 times. We'll see. I might have to reapply some more product to the pad if it starts to dry up, because you don't want it to dry up. Yeah, let's just see how this goes.
Get
So on this side of the paint, this is the part we've just done. And then you can see it there. I mean, look at the difference. that's the before, and this is the after, and that's with 2 passes of a £80 DA polisher from a local hardware store, we'll call it, and their version of a polishing pad as well. So that's not a professional Rupees DA, it's not professional Meguiar's microfiber cutting pads, nothing. And look at the difference. You can tell even on the same panel where the DA polisher has been and where it hasn't. Look. That is just amazing. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish off the rest of the panel, and then I'll take the masking tape off and you can see a night and day change. Now, you should be able to tell just by this photo. You can see the roof. You can see the roof, but there's a bit. The difference is night and day. I mean, genuinely, considering this is done in my garage with a cheap DA polisher, cheap pads by industry standards, I suppose. Look at the difference. So, Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. Would I recommend it? Yes, I would. That is, I mean, just, oh, look at that. The only problem is I'm not going to do that half of the bonnet, but you can't win them all. So yeah guys, that's probably not as quick a review as normal. This one may be taking a little bit longer, but Meguiar's Ultimate Compound, highly recommend it. Brilliant stuff for your average hobbyist like I am, and like quite a lot of you guys probably are too. You know, why would I pay somebody an awful lot of money to detail my car when I at home can make that much of a difference? Now, that being said, that's it from about a foot away with my lens. But if you get super duper close, it's not lifted some of the scratches, but I mean, come on. Like that, for example, there. It's not lifted that scratch. Wait, hang on, focus. not lifted that scratch right now. But like I say, damn it, I mean look at the difference. Try and get on an angle so you can see it. I mean look at that. So yeah guys, like I said at the start of the video, if you could subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, that would be mega. Like I say, road to 1,000 subscribers. I've got 100, goal number 1 achieved, next is 1,000. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. I do this to help just your hobbyists like I am. So all the help and support I can get would be fantastic. Till the next one guys.